Welcome back to the 2015 PAX South Sentinel Tactics Tournament. All those words. We are really excited to be able to see how well this is going. We've had our first 2 rounds. They were great. We're on to round 3. Round 3 is going to be Friendship is Magic versus the Eradicators. So that's going to be interesting. That said, before we go anywhere else, we need to have a moment and talk about those who are no longer with us. We have had now 2 rounds, and this is a double elimination tournament. So there are some teams that have been eliminated. They fought well. They fought hard. They were great. They had spirit.
They gave it their all.
They did, and their all was good.
Yeah, they brought it to the battlefield.
But unfortunately, the battlefield is a harsh place, a harsh environment.
Torn asunder.
So Tren is going to read for us these fallen few.
The dearly departed. Subterfuge. Baby owlbears. Crunk pimp. And Team Chaos. And all the points. Wait a minute.
That's fair. Let's look at the bracket while we try to bring ourselves together here. So several teams have advanced very well. We've got 404, Team Name Not Found, going up against Rainbows and Unicorns, who we just watched. And that's going to be interesting. And as we said, we have Eradicators and Friendship is Magic here. So these are getting down to the brass tacks pretty quick here. We also, on the secondary bracket, we can see the teams that are making their way through there. As we saw, Team Cheeks up against Team Asashigure. Beginner's Luck has a bye, actually. PAX Tastic will be fighting up against Beaverbane. So Beaverbane's still in it. And Headshots versus 3 guys and a Ninja. So I look forward to seeing which one of these teams from the secondary tournament bracket make it into the semis and have fought their way through the secondary tournament bracket up to have a shot at the finals, because that is the thing that's going to happen. So that said, like we mentioned, we have the Eradicators versus Friendship is Magic coming up very soon here in the main room. It looks like they're already getting set up around the table. So, do you have any thoughts on this before we get into this?
I mean, I'm curious to see if Friendship is Magic is going to be a team of bronies or perhaps 10-year-old girls. I'm not sure. Let's find out. Or just really people who believe in the magic of friendship.
I think that it's possible that these are people who have no idea about bronies or anything like that, and just believe that friendship is, in fact, eldritch stuff.
Yeah, no. I mean, and that is a truth, and that is something that we know.
Yeah,
but
we do.
To believe it so much, to name your team that, I mean, that's really something.
That is something.
That is really something.
Do you have any preferences based on team names?
Friendship is Magic. I'm feeling them.
See, I like the Eradicators because that's a bold name, the Eradicators.
Oh yeah, I'm hoping that they're gonna just attack, go for it, act aggressively, play out their whole name.
Excellent. All right. Well, so we've done the coin toss, it looks like, and they are picking which team gets first draft and first pick here. So here on the right, we have Friendship is Magic, and there on the left, we have the Eradicators.
All right. I'm feeling both the friendship and the eradication.
But are you feeling the magic?
I'm feeling just a little bit of the magic.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's what you want.
Got to see these teams bring the magic.
All right. So. All right, so the Eradicators are making some decisions.
Bunker? All right.
They're doing the draft, so we're right into the draft.
Bunker. Is that for you? Yes.
Oh, unless that's a ban. No, he's taking it. So
who's your first?
Let's see.
Legacy. Legacy it is.
Travis, you play Legacy?
Yes.
Banning Legacy?
No, they're picking their characters.
Oh, they picked Legacy. Okay.
Baron Blade and Citizen Dawn.
So Baron Blade and Citizen Dawn were banned during the banning round.
Ambuscade.
We were too busy talking about team names. But the banning round did happen, and Baron Blade and Citizen Dawn were banned. So we won't be seeing the Citizen Dawn and Citizen 2 strategy. And we have seen Baron Blade consistently either get banned or get closed off from using any of his key strategies, which is interesting because Baron Blade is a very strong player. And
people are clearly afraid of the Baron.
But that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
It makes sense.
That is a healthy fear.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, his name is Baron Blade.
Right. No. Good. So, here we go. So it's the Wraith, Ambuscade, and Bunker. So we've seen the Wraith a bunch, and Bunker and Beacon we've seen in these games.
Yeah.
Legacy's there. And let's see, what else we got? The Wraith, Ambuscade, Bunker versus Beacon, Legacy.
What you gonna pick? Friendship is magic.
With a team called Friendship is Magic, Beacon and Legacy are good choices. They're all about their friends. They work well with others. Consideration, deliberation. Look at this.
Yeah.
This is intense.
Unity.
Take Unity.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a great team. These are some friendly teams, and this is a good matchup too. I'm interested to see what Ambuscade does this game. I'm very interested to see if the Wraith has learned some lessons and does not play too defensively. This could go lots of different ways. I like it. It's a great matchup. What are your thoughts?
Oh, I'm just jazzed.
Oh, that's a good thing to be. It's a good thing to be. So they're going to pick their powers, and they're going to pick their sides. They have not yet chosen which team goes on which side, but that'll be happening soon. So let's see. We have in terms of information over here.
What side you want? City side, Friendship is Magic, or Volcano side?
Thinking it over just a little bit.
City side it is. Okay. So turn order always goes from this end of the table. So you guys play first. So first play, third, fifth,
I think it's
second, fourth, and sixth. And then you position your counters appropriately. So you're actually going to end up on these spaces for your turn order. So you can go ahead and put your counters out there. Once Unity has her companion,
Looking over their powers.
yeah. Be careful, guys. You will see cameras around you.
Cloaking device feedback.
Don't stand up too fast. Yeah. You're going to stand up to roll something. Don't stand up fast.
All right, so with the Eradicators and Friendship is Magic,
They've
picking
placed
their
their
powers, and they've placed their units, yeah, like you mentioned there. We've already seen some powers getting chosen. The Wraith has the targeting computers and throwing knives right off the bat. So the Wraith has 2 aggressive assault powers. So we should see the Wraith running around as a mobile skirmisher, hitting multiple units with the same attack. That's good. Ambuscade has a cloaking device and feedback plating. So Ambuscade is playing defensive and hiding. I'm not as jazzed about that, to use a trend word, but it could work out if his plan is to first do some sneaky things so that later Ambuscade can bring some attacks out. I could be convinced.
Multifaceted.
We'll see. We'll see. And then Bunker has the auxiliary power source and the grenade launcher. And I've seen that auxiliary power source grenade launcher combination a lot this time, which is fine. But I haven't seen anybody step up into the middle and then go into turret mode. And turret mode is really what I want.
Inspiring presence.
They're going to be getting a lot of tokens, so we're going to need to.
Now, Friendship is Magic has Unity, Legacy, and Beacon. Unity's already picked Swiftbot and Turretbot. So you can see on the map there, well, you can't see yet because Unity hasn't put down her bots yet, but soon Unity will be putting her bots on the map. And she's starting out with 2 bots out, which is exciting to see. Legacy has Galvanize and Inspiring Presence, a similar strategy as last game, at least for the start. So we're looking at a team boosting Legacy. And then Beacon has Creow and Piercing Eye-Beams. So again, we're going to see those line attacks. Hopefully we'll be able to get some off this game. And the Piercing Eye-Beams so we can shoot through obstructions. So it's interesting. We're seeing a lot of the meta of this tournament has been, like Beacon has been an oft-picked one. Bunker's grenade launcher. Like those are what's coming to bear. And that's very different. It's tangentially different, at least, from the primary tactics that we saw from the last tournament.
I'm curious to see if the Eradicators are going to lean on Bunker the way that people seem to have tended to, or at least to have that as their plan A.
Sure. With this team called the Eradicators, I really hope that they call themselves that because their goal is like split and destroy and stuff like that. Because they could. Bunker can step out by himself, make attacks. Wraith can run around the edge and throw those throwing knives wherever. And Ambuscade could blip out with the cloaking device and then come back in and appear right next to somebody with a combat knife and be like, hey, Unity's down to 1 hit point. Great. Now he's next to him and now he's taking the deal. And I'd also like to see Ambuscade teleport into the backfield because Unity tends to hide. And I'd love to see Ambuscade chase her down. That said, it looks like we're right into round time here. And so the Wraith is moving down onto those mountains there with the first action. Taking a move. Second action, it looks like she's dodging, so she's going to play a little defensively.
Okay, so your first action was a move, and then second action is a dodge, and you're not taking the third action.
Do you want to try and destroy the turret?
Yeah. Probably, yes, actually.
Might
Oh,
as
so
well.
there's a moved dodge and is going to actually attack the turret.
What action?
We're going against the turret.
Razor Ordnance.
Nothing else to
Razor
shoot.
on the-
Might as
on
well
the
hit
turret.
that turret.
All right. And so she's at least making an attack.
So roll in the cup,
Roll
please.
in the cup.
It isn't valid unless it's in the cup. Sorry, guys.
Party foul.
All right. So
think anything
attacking
made
that,
range.
that turret, and yeah.
No, it did not.
Nope.
Well,
not
does-
even made range. Okay, so
You want me to go ahead and
do you have targeting computer out?
Oh, yes. Yes, he does.
So you
All
had
right.
2 2s and 2 3s, right?
Yes.
Okay. So let's put him back in the cup.
2 2s and 2 3s.
All right. Looks like we're having some
Okay. So you
growing
do have
pains
range.
here.
What's on the misses?
Anyway, so
misses right now?
1 and 3.
all right.
you
So the
lose your
threes
threes.
go away, and the two
You
twos
have
are
two
what's
twos
left.
coming at the
Two
turret.
twos are going at the turret. It has
For convenience, 'cause you're
it
sitting
rolls
there,
its
would you mind rolling
defense.
the defense for the turret. The turret has defense 3. Yep.
So he rolls 3 dice. He's going to block
What's the HP on the turret again?
2 hit points, and it blocks
Okay.
all of it, so it takes no damage.
it-
But hey,
Defend against
it was
all
an
of them.
attack.
Yeah,
We like
they
to see
tried.
attacks.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then take those nut ups
All right, and that is the Wraith's turn.
and re-roll your movement.
6.
So
She could have actually rolled those her throwing knives against both of those turrets if she'd wanted, but that's a whole separate sort of thing. All right, so the Wraith has made her action, so now we're on to Unity's turn.
turn 1 over. Going to flip your token over.
Yep.
Turn 2. Unity.
All right, I'm going to swap my power,
Time for friendship is magic.
All right.
put in reconfiguration.
All right.
All right, so Unity
First
is...
action is I'm going to go bots and activate Swift Bot to move.
Yes, so Swiftbot's going to run forward. I like
1,
it.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Second action is I'm going to activate Swift Bot to do her personal action.
Her attack moves
Moving up
4
3
spaces.
hexes.
Oh, 3 hexes.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah! That's an attack!
This
That's
is
a first
great.
round, second turn,
All right.
running all the way across the board to make an attack.
It seems like we're in the meat of this
Rolling 3
tournament.
dice.
This is people are going to stop playing cautiously. They're going to start going for the
All
blood.
right, 5, 4, and 1. The 1's not going to be able to make range because he's punching up a mountain, but the 5 and the 4.
Choose on autonomous.
Right.
Okay, so the 5 and 4 go.
The 1 does
Why
not
is
make
the
range.
1 not hit?
So
Despite melee attack?
it is melee, but you are.
I gotta reach up to her.
Yeah, you
Okay.
gotta reach
Okay.
up to her.
So the 5 and the 4.
Range does count for melee attacks.
So the 5 and the 4 are coming at the Wraith. The Wraith has to roll defense.
Yes. At least like
Okay.
You calculate plus reach, correct?
All right, come on, the Wraith. Just throw
can
those
do
dice
it.
in there. You're not going to do it wrong as long as you put them in the cup.
He's trying to make the dice love him.
And blocks the 5, blocks the 4, blocks
Not
it all.
bad, not
takes no
bad.
damage.
You know, I was hating on him rolling those dice in his hand, but it seemed to make the dice love him.
All right, but so Unity still has 1 action left.
Instantly doing the area attack. Rolling 4 dice.
So at the beginning of the she switched out Turretbot for reconfiguration, turns Swiftbot, exploded, blows up Swiftbot,
Auto
which
miss on 2s and 4s.
the 2s and 4s won't make it. The 1 won't make range.
the 1 does not make range.
Um,
So you got 6 3.
I'm going to go ahead and use my defense plus 4. And then
All right.
dodge as well.
All right. So he's rolling 4 dice for defense because the defense plus 1, and all those dice become 6s, so it manages to block all that, which is good because that was a hefty attack.
Yes, it was.
And now reconfiguration turns Swiftbot into a different robot, and Turretbot is what replaces it. So Turretbot is a bot that just sits there, and it acts actually a lot like those auto turrets. It shoots everything in 2 around it. So moving that all the way across the field and then putting an area there is great for 2 reasons. It's great for the Eradicators. It's great for Friendship is Magic because they've made it some attacks and they've gotten an offensive thing in the field there. But it's also great for us, the viewers, because this is going to force the Eradicators to get out of their slump, to get out of that hole, and to get across the field and do some things. Because if they hang out where they are, they're just going to get shot.
There's just very little safe haven on the board at this point.
You have line of sight. I'm going to aim,
All right.
which also gives me an attack plus 1.
Okay, first action's aim.
How much health does the Turbot have?
Turret-bot has 2 health,
2 health and 3 defense?
4 defense.
There we go.
Trying to clear out this turret.
I have line of sight, but I don't have.
Which attack do you do?
I can't do my regular attack. I'm trying to decide if I want to move next. Is it radius 2 of Turbot that activates?
That's right. Radius 2 hazard attack.
Yeah.
move it in this turn.
I can, no, I can't. I would take damage on both times getting there. I'm just gonna sprint away, and then
So
my
not
cloaking
attacking.
device is gonna
Yeah, it's interesting
activate.
because he's sprinted away, but he's cloaking, and cloaking removes him, so the sprint was entirely unnecessary. But fine.
No, because I'm off the map.
All right, so he aimed, and that aim is going to disappear before the beginning of his next turn, because aim and dodge tokens that are unspent go away at the beginning of your turn.
For a second.
So he does nothing on his turn except for
My first
disappear.
action was to aim.
I was excited about the Wraith getting up there and attacking.
I get
I'm not
attack
excited about Ambuscade's turn, but I kind of guessed that from the initial power choice. Bunker could still be interesting, but at this point, Friendship is Magic is winning me over with that aggressive Unity push. Let's see what Legacy does.
And sorry, I'll sit there getting wrong order. Legacy.
So first off, my surge hits. You and each ally gain a attack +1 token in line of sight, which I'm in line of sight of all of them.
Yep, so
passing
Legacy
out.
is passing out those
All right.
bonuses.
Next, for my actions, I'm going to use Galvanize to give Beacon 2 attack +1s. And then I'm going to move with mobility, although it doesn't matter, 2 spaces for 1, 2. And then
All
I'm
right.
going to stop.
All right, so
Done.
Legacy galvanized and then moved up a bit, so it's moving a bit. It's more cautious, but one thing at a time. And so now it is Bunker's turn. Let's see if he's going to hang out or move up or what.
It is your surge, so he gets an attack +1 and an aim token.
All right, so Bunker's getting his tokens from the auxiliary power source card that he has to
use
play.
a grenade launcher without moving and decide what to do after that.
Taking a moment to consider.
Yeah, that's fine. It depends. We don't know.
Come on, Eradicators, you can do some eradicating.
Yeah. Live up to your name.
What do you think?
I mean, they've made it this far. They
Right.
have, and this is all in the primary bracket. So these teams that we're seeing here are teams that have not lost a single round yet.
I
Right.
think you should attack Turret. But she's going to get hit anyway. Because Turretbot's going to, I mean, we can wait. Sure. You can do that and she'll get hit. He's going to force Wraith to retreat back.
Sounds like they're
Because-
considering waiting it
Or
out.
go towards there. So I'd say attack Turretbot even though it's going to hurt her some. But we could decide not to do that. Because what can happen is you can weaken Turretbot and then he can finish Turretbot on his turn. You understand?
How are you feeling about the way they're thinking here?
Well, I mean, so they're talking about destroying Turretbot. If they do destroy Turretbot while standing next to the Wraith, it'll blow up and hurt the Wraith potentially. But I think they're doing that to try to save the Wraith
I
from
don't think you're
Turretbot's
gonna destroy
attacks,
Turret.
whereas Bunker could just be advancing towards the enemy and attacking them, and Wraith on her turn could switch into slip into Shadows mode, so when she takes an attack from Turretbot, she could sprint away and then, make some attacks.
I'm gonna
But
take
we'll see what happens.
aim on the turd bot
Aiming at the Turretbot.
using the grenade launcher.
All right, no problem. Be able to drop a grenade right there.
4 dice.
What vertex are you center it at?
I'm centering it at.
I think he can only reach 2 vertexes. You can aim it there or there.
Yeah, I'll just aim it at this vertex.
All right, so he's
It will
attacking
hurt
the
you if that blows up.
Turretbot here.
Our best bet.
All right, so what's your actions?
They're still.
I am taking the
They
grenade
seem about as
launcher.
certain in this action as I am. In that they're like, well, maybe we'll do it here, and I'm like, come on, attack the bad guys. That Turretbot's not your opponent. I mean, but whatever.
Right.
Roll your dice.
It seems like they're choosing this because they don't see the other options.
Wow, so they got a 5. 1-5 coming at Turretbot. Ugh.
Do you want to use your attack +1 or do you want to save it?
Turretbot's rolling his defense.
I'm going to use my attack +1.
Two fives going to
All right.
pick it up the road.
Because he, let's see. And he blocks both of them, so. Turretbot takes no damage, and
Now, do you want to move or do you
the Bunker has wasted half of his turn shooting at a robot that is not his actual opponent. Let's see what he does with his second action.
Expert tactician.
And he's handing out some
giving me
tokens.
1 attack token, and each ally 1 defense token.
All right.
That gives you.
So they
Just
both.
1 attack token.
You get 1 attack, but you also get a defense.
Even though he's not on the map, he still gets it.
So it just says each ally, right? Now
Yeah, the ally.
All right, so Bunker gets an attack and a defense, and then each of the allies
still
get
there.
defense tokens.
Yeah.
I don't know where.
And I'm going to re-roll my movements. I get 3 for Bunker.
Two.
And so Bunker has a movement of 2, and we are moving on to another turn. It's Beacon's turn, and let's see some action from Beacon. I got excited about that first Unity turn, but then the Wraith wasn't bad. Ambuscade was pretty boring. Legacy was okay. Bunker was hanging out in a cove. Beacon's gonna run out there. She's gonna fly out. She's gonna attack things. It's gonna be so great.
Really promising start. They just got to keep the aggression up.
Yeah.
Oh. She's also on the 3.
So now, so Beacon is moving to be able to attack. Right. So they're talking about wanting to get.
I go here. She's on the 3.
It just says draw a line of sight. So if he were to
Line of
use
sight.
this
Line of sight has to
this
be marked.
Kriau from this spot, would he have enough range to hit Wraith?
Along one of these 6 cardinal lines.
Yeah,
You actually
so
have
you
to go
have
in
it.
a straight line.
Yes, but would he have enough range from here with the 6?
But I have, it ignores range. It ignores range. But I have do not have line of sight.
Sure you do.
I do.
All ones until the 3.
Yeah.
Kriau back on the board.
So they're talking about Kriau right now. It attacks across one of the 6 cardinal hex directions, which essentially means that you have to go in a straight line from hex to hex. You can't like cut willy-nilly through weird hexes. And so, right, Beacon's moving up to there. See how she's in a beautiful line? This is what I need to be able to draw on the screen like a sportscast. Towards the Wraith. And
On Wraith.
all right.
On Wraith, good.
Guys.
All right, so he's rolling 8 dice, it looks like.
That
Now,
is-
3s and 4s miss. And there are some, wow, there's a lot of 3s
that
and
is-
4s.
That is a little
Oh my
heartbreaking.
goodness.
Oh my god.
Oh, I was like, well, we might see a one-hit
It
kill
is a
from Beacon there. And
burn.
no, 2 and a 1, and those are going to be easily blocked by the Wraith.
Ugh.
The Wraith is feeling some relief there, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure. Look at them.
Seeing 8 dice coming at you.
They
All
are
right.
so pleased.
All right, and the blocks it easily. Ah, overkill on the
Dunzo.
blocks. I was like, well, this is an exciting attack. We're about to see somebody take someone down
Right.
with 1 shot.
No blood
All
on
right.
the board.
All right. Okay, and that's Beacon's turn. But I am happy with Beacon's turn.
I am
Move
too.
to a place to attack, make a major exciting attack. Awesome. Let's do that stuff. The Wraith now, it's her turn, and so let's see the Wraith and how she responds with aggression, right? Aggression, come on. Aggression.
Done this. So you will go first, Ray.
All right.
I will.
I'm not at the edge of my seat, but I'm square in the middle of my seat.
Yeah,
I'm not in the back.
I mean, I'm riveted, I would say.
Right.
You know, but not riveted to the edge.
I
of my
think
seat.
that what would take it is if the Wraith were to like run forward and attack a bunch of people.
Right.
I would be sold.
Yes.
I would see it again.
If she were, as you might say, eradicate,
Oh,
perhaps.
what a word.
Perchance.
Yes.
She might eradicate.
If the Wraith were to eradicate anything,
At all.
I would be ecstatic.
Don't do anything that might be slipping to the shadow.
Taking a little time to consider.
A little bit. So the Wraith is considering switching out one of her powers. She currently has the targeted computer and the throwing knives. Like we talked about it before, that if she has the Slip into Shadows ability,
Or slip into the shadows.
then what'll happen is when the turret bot would shoot at her, she can sprint, and then if the attack is impossible, it misses. So she's going to move.
So when you move there, don't I get a hazard attack?
You do get a hazard attack and he has slip into the shadows, which allows.
Oh, actually, technically speaking,
The turret bot doesn't have line of sight to her in that back
Okay,
Oh,
because
that's true.
there's a 3 in the way.
and the one that
Yeah, right.
now is about 8. And that previous one's right. No, the current, it does. It does now. But it didn't.
It did it when it was at the yeah.
All right.
Only 2 radius.
Yes, you are allowed to shoot. Razor, yeah, you're going to use.
All right, so
Razor,
she's
Razor
running.
one.
She ran down to an angle to avoid the turret bot. I figured that she was going to use that Slip into Shadows to step up and then
Right.
slip away into the middle of the battlefield instead of skirting the edge. But we'll see what happens.
go ahead and
Maybe
attack.
if she goes after that.
With Razor or.
Oh, she's going after the turret bot. Okay.
I'm
Oh.
gonna aim. I have line of sight, correct?
Yes.
It's good.
It
Attack
is
something,
range
guys.
4? Am I reading that correctly?
To turret bot from Wraith?
Yes,
Yeah.
range 4.
Range 4.
I got it.
Auto misses on 2s.
And the ones don't make range.
Not too bad, just one
But
auto
it's
miss.
ace.
Oh, it's
It's
eight.
ace.
Oh,
It's
okay.
ace.
3 6s.
Yep. 3 6s.
All right, so 3 6s are coming at that. So, hey, 3 6s at Turretbot's pretty decent.
Oh, yeah.
Blocks none of it, and that is going to signal the death of Turretbot. And because she moved away, the explosion of Turretbot doesn't
No
destroy,
one's within radius 2.
doesn't hurt anybody.
A clean kill.
So you've
A
got one
clean
more
kill
action.
of a thing that doesn't super matter, but hey, it sets back Unity a
It's
bit.
something.
It's something.
I have
Yeah.
one more action,
We-
so I'm going to go ahead and dodge.
And Wraith is going to use her last action to dodge. Sure.
Reroll my movement.
Reroll movement. Let's get the.
But yeah, and
All right, Eradicators, keep on eradicating your chances of victory
Oh,
by
burn.
playing. Yeah.
No, so now we're going to provide the smack
Hey,
talk.
that's great. If they're
We
not
can-
going to smack
yeah.
talk, then we will. All right, friendship is magic. More like friendship is
It's
tragic.
dumb and-
That's
Oh,
tragic.
oh my God, you're so much better at smack talk than me. You're the meanest.
Oh no, now I feel bad about
No,
it.
it's great.
We'll pull back turret bot and deploy swift bot.
Deploying a swift bot.
All right, so Swiftbot is popping in there, and I think that we're going to see. So, and that was just switching of the card at the beginning. So, still has reconfiguration in the second slot. So as you can see, Swiftbot has a move of 6, which is really high. But Swiftbot's attack also moves her 3 hexes, and that move up to 3 hexes says moves up to 3 hexes. It ignores elevation and things
Alright,
like
my
that.
first action is I'm gonna
so
take a
she
dodge
can
token.
make essentially a rocket attack there, and Unity's
Taking
taking
a
a
dodge
dodge.
token.
I think that's a
I'm
wise
going
choice, even
to
though I normally don't
activate
advocate
Swiftbot,
the usage of
wait for
defensive
movement.
abilities. Unity knows that Ambuscade can pop back into reality anywhere. And if Ambuscade pops into reality right behind Unity and goes to town on her, that could be devastating.
And we're bringing Swiftbot like right into the middle of the
I
battlefield.
like it. I want to
so-
see Swiftbot. Let's see, move 3 hex. Unfortunately, because that first action was a dodge, Swiftbot can't be moved again. But you could reconfigure for a turret bot and just cover the middle of the field with bots that the Eradicators attack
And I'll
for no
move her
reason.
again.
Something's in the middle of the field, though. That is
With her
a
attack,
good
with her
thing.
action. So I can move her 3 spaces.
Keep
2,
it moving.
3. And okay, what? And all right, that's fine. Okay, so Swiftbot's moved to the other side of the mountain where Bunker will almost certainly waste his turn shooting grenades at her. I'm just guessing.
It's a guess.
This is the smack is coming out. I've gotten a taste of blood. And it's in the water now.
Ain't nothing
Ambuscade
wrong.
is coming back, and Ambuscade's coming back to play in the jungle, not right on top of
get to
People love
opponents.
hanging out in the jungle.
See, here's the
as
thing:
we
if Ambuscade
found.
were standing up there on those buildings,
replace
he
it
could
with
shoot a
explosive
rocket
launcher.
launcher that would hit both Unity and Legacy. They're standing next to each other. That's what rocket launchers are made for, is when your opponents are
Exactly.
standing next to each other.
But people like hanging out in the jungle. There's got to be something there.
Me, personally, I like rocket launchers more than jungles.
Measuring
Yes.
right.
I mean, it
I'm
makes
going to
sense.
Right.
aim,
Your tastes.
Yeah.
Which gives me an attack +1. And I'm going to use my explosive launcher.
Yay!
You're so excited.
Legacy.
Wait. Oh, he can see Legacy. No, he doesn't have Legacy because of
Oh,
the...
well, I can attack here. Sorry, I'm going to attack there, and it has a radius of 1.
He does have line of sight to that
Right.
mountain, and that does hit Legacy and Unity. He is...
Excellent.
Here and the elevation blocks it here.
So this is like the
Then
first
I'm just
Christopher
going to
approved
aim
move.
Oh, no.
No?
But he could have... Wait, he needs to blip into reality
It
somewhere
gives me
else.
attack +1.
Well, you could have moved. You could have...
No. Oh.
I got so excited.
Reroll your movement.
That explosive... Look at that beautiful explosive launcher.
No
Almost.
eradicating.
I'm really excited about rocket launchers.
As you should be.
Ah,
It's a rocket launcher.
it launches rockets.
It launches rockets.
Yeah. Technically speaking, the card is named Explosive Launcher, which is like even better.
Explosions.
Yeah, it launches those things. Okay, Travis, playing Legacy, is going to show us how it's done. He's going to fly up to the front lines and defeat all the opponents. He's going to use Flying Smash to fly right over to Ambuscade and give him what's for.
Get in there, friendship is magic. Show them that friendship is indeed magic.
We are already 20 minutes into this match, and I have not seen any hit points of damage done to our principals. Let's, or even our vice principals.
It's funny because we started off feeling like this is going to be the aggressive match.
I
This
thought
is
it
going
would.
To, yeah,
thought
and then
it
they
would.
just backed off. They
Both
just
of these
backed off.
teams have twice thus far tasted the blood of their opponents.
I'm going to move 2
I'm
But-
pretty happy with that stance.
to go to here.
And yet, they cannot
And
seem
then
to
I'm
bring
going to
their
use
forces to bear. Hey, is he making an
3
attack?
dice.
Okay. So Legacy is moving on up
This
there,
is on 2.
and he's just attacking with his base attack. Yeah, that's a great. 6 and a 4. 6 and a 4 coming at.
Who's he attacking?
And he's going to use 2 attack +1 tokens. Now we're talking. He's just using his base attack. 2 and a 1. The 2 goes away, and the 1 doesn't make range because of elevation. But hey, a 6 and a 4.
I agree. It's good.
And Ambuscade's going to roll some defense. Now Ambuscade is currently up using the feedback plating.
No. What? No, it's a 5 or 5 and a what?
5, 5, 3, 2.
So you block the 4.
So you block the 4. Now the feedback
Use
plating.
defense +1.
Oh, we're going to roll another die.
I did
Doesn't
not
get into it.
So I get hit for 1. Yep. And Legacy gains a defense -1.
Yep. So Ambuscade has a card called feedback plating that we're going to pull up here for you. And you'll see that whenever he takes an attack, he blocks a melee attack, which he just did, the attacker gains a defense -1 token. So this has dropped Legacy's defense by 1 for the next attack. So maybe, now that Legacy's down, the Eradicators can eradicate him. That said, I will say, props to Friendship is Magic. Friendship is Magic has put a point of damage on Ambuscade. That is the first point of real damage that has been dealt this match, and I am excited about it.
You're
And
like
I'm
feeding
speaking,
off of this.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's when I get excited, sometimes I speak in iambic fashion.
That is quite a skill.
Yeah, well.
That is quite a skill.
She's going to hurt you with
So, all right, so Legacy, you know your defense is down. You've used your stuff. You're done. It's time for Bunker.
and then attack.
So we're on to Bunker's turn.
I think. I don't know what you want to do. But you gain an aim and an attack +1, right?
That's absurd, right?
Yes.
Bunker seems to be the tournament favorite. Just picked in every game.
All right. So Bunker gets a pile of tokens at the start of the turn.
We can do the focus capacity. We do double attacks.
The Eradicators seem to be shaken by that 1 point of damage. taken
Well,
off.
I think they might have started this combat shaken, but not stirred to action.
Sprint to there, right next to Swiftbot, and then move.
All right, fair enough. That's all right.
Or grenade launcher Swift.
Thank you. So Bunker
welcome.
is going to get in there and deal some damage. He's certainly not going to waste his turn just lobbing grenades at that turret bot. No, he's going to. Bunker's got a fantastic movement right now. I say this without knowing what Bunker's movement is. I'm looking it up right now. Bunker's movement is currently 2. That's pretty bad.
And you only have 2 actions, so that's fine.
All right.
Is Bunker still
I
stuck
might
in?
sprint and
Yeah,
down.
he's still. He has not moved. Bunker is hanging out in his starting area, just shooting grenades at things that don't threaten him.
Chilling inside of a mountain.
Everybody needs a hobby.
Yeah. He's got a little cove for himself. He's made himself a home. He's going to raise a family, get a dog.
I'm going to
Yep.
sprint 2. 1, 2.
Bunker.
And now I'm going to take an action. I'm going to take an
Tyler
action.
Vance, Lieutenant Tyler Vance,
Dodge.
who is the pilot of the Bunker suit, actually really likes dogs.
Aw.
Yeah. It's a true story. Not so much for
Roll my
cats.
movement.
So sprint and dodge.
It's. Don't look at me like
He's
I'm
got
a bad person.
preferences. It's
Right.
okay.
Everyone
I
is allowed to
understand.
Then you lose your aim.
I like cats
you
just
will
fine. It's
lose.
it's Tyler Vance doesn't like cats. He likes dogs.
Well, for me, that's just one more reason to root for Friendship is Magic.
All right. Well, Friendship is Magic. It's in fact one of their turns. You might be excited to learn. Beacon is going to do something. She's going to kill all of her opponents.
In a single swoop.
I'm betting on the odds here.
Beacon's just got a nuke in her back pocket, gonna
Right.
lay it down.
It's going to be great. Here we go. Come on, Beacon. I think the last match that we saw was probably the best back and forth we've seen so far.
I agree.
I'm interested to see when these teams will start to get their aggression meters going.
I mean, it's going to be, I think, after this game. I think next
Yep.
game, we're going to just see people going for
You
blood.
think round 4 is it?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was going to be this game, but then they just held back a little bit more,
That's
and
fine.
I'm surprised.
That's
But
We are at the halfway halfway mark of this match, so we'll see.
You can see the jungle right next to you. You can see jungle that's immediately
What are we
next to
talking about? Are we talking about the same person? No, I'm not talking about that.
I really enjoy this commentary. Who are we talking about? Are we talking about the same person? This is good. Inside
Okay.
baseball stuff
So,
here.
sorry to say it. will not replace
They're just getting their bearings. They were a little shaken.
No, Baron was banned this match.
For my first action,
Oh, but oh my God! Why are you with all the puns? No more
for my
puns.
second action,
I have
will
not
use
yet
Go
begun
take
to.
a lap, Christopher.
Oh no!
ignores line of sight on ambuscade.
All right, so it's moving. We're atomic glaring. This is great.
I have to have line of sight.
You don't have to.
The line of sight check on Krios still applies.
A little bit of internal conflict in
All
Friendship
right.
is Magic.
Okay, so
My teammates.
here we go. They're gonna make it.
Attack ambuscade.
So Beacon
This
is shooting at ambuscade. Boom, right through there.
One doesn't make range, so 2-2s.
2-2s coming at ambuscade.
Right.
My guess is that ambuscade is gonna block both of those, no problem.
It's not a melee
There's
attack,
Beacon's
so you-
panel. That looks great. Let's go ahead and get that out of there.
Oh,
That's not
okay.
doing us
I
any
thought it was like
favors.
No, he only gets a defense minus 1.
All right. Come on, and roll.
Bad rolls, bad rolls.
No, he blocked it.
No, that was my attack.
All right, block, 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 no problem. Okay, but that's good because now
All right,
both
I
teams
will
have
roll
seen
for movement.
the truth of the matter. Don't laugh at me.
I'm not laughing. I'm not. Oh, I'm not laughing. I'm taking this very seriously.
That's better. That's
Very
better.
serious.
Trend. Friendship is serious business.
Extreme serious trend.
All right, so here we go. On to round 3. And here at the top of the round 3, top of round 3 brings us to the Wraith. All right, the Wraith has realized now. This is I'm gonna narrate
Yeah,
what they're saying.
The internal
Yeah,
monologue.
he's saying, oh, look, if I use these cards, I can actually attack my opponents and do some real damage instead of just pussyfooting around in the bushes.
And the teammate's like, yeah, do that thing.
Yeah.
Do that thing. Kill them. Kill them.
This is getting dark,
Yeah,
but
sorry.
exciting
Yeah, it
nonetheless. No, that's-
swiftly went down.
yeah, that's good. All right, so here we go. The Wraith is gonna attack Swiftbot, it sounds like. That's okay, this is good.
A lot of violence and aggression towards robots.
Well, robots, if you let them get out of hand, will swiftly overtake the Earth.
Just a lot of fear of the singularity.
Yeah, well, I think that's warranted. Have you seen The Matrix?
I have indeed.
It's a shame they never made any more of those movies. That Matrix movie, that one Matrix movie was really good.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just
You'd
two
think that
or
they would have made
three movies
sequels.
been great.
You would think so.
Yeah.
But they never made any. It's weird.
Yeah. Missed opportunity,
That's
really.
what I'd say. Yeah.
allows me to attack both of them with 3 dice.
All right, so the Wraith is throwing knives, 2 sets of throwing knives. Well, or 1 set of throwing knives twice, depending on how you want to count it.
Okay. And I will be using aim on Swiftbot.
Aiming at the Swiftbot.
Swiftbot, okay.
No auto misses.
All right, so
And
Swiftbot
she
is going to get
has,
3 4s.
+6, so I think everything makes range.
Okay. So Swiftbot
Shooting
has
at these
4
robots,
3-4s coming
man.
at him.
All this aggression is going to
3
be
4s,
in the
and
room.
it's blocked. Swiftbot takes 1 point of damage.
That's
And,
great.
uh,
Yeah.
You want to roll the defense of the turret?
And then the turret is the other target. He's also throwing it at one of the automated turrets,
Okay.
and it's the same attack. And that same attack,
6, 1.
1 point of damage is done to the turret.
All right.
So the Wraith threw a knife at a robot and a gun, and both of them took a point of damage for it, which is great.
Great.
But still, no headway has been done. Currently, Friendship is Magic is winning as they have dealt a point of damage to Ambuscade.
4, 5, 6, 6.
And
3s and 1s.
the Wraith has just made her Razor Ordnance attack.
All right, so
A 6 got through,
I take 1 damage, so she'll go down.
and she'll explode, right?
All right, so a point of
Explode.
damage was dealt to Swiftbot, and Swiftbot explodes, but not not near enough to anything to actually make a difference. But the Eradicators have proven that they are, in fact, Eradicators. I did not realize that their name was the Eradicators because the thing that they do is eradicate robots with great prejudice.
Absolutely. In the robot revolution, these guys are going to be the first ones against the wall.
When the robots
The rise of
revolt
the machines.
any minute now,
Oh, yes.
we will be calling the Eradicators as they can save us.
They're our only hope.
That's true. It's true. Friendship is Magic, on the other hand. Unity's turn, and she's not thrilled about the fact that people keep blowing up her robots. So she's going to pick up her Swiftbot card, because she pretty much has to, and play a new card. What the new power is going to be kind of telling as to what their strategy is going to be going forward here. Looks like they're conferring on what they might do. I think at this point, both teams need to have realized that they're kind of up against a brick wall with each other, and that somebody's got to get through some damage through in order to take this game home. We have about 18 minutes left in the match, so.
18 minutes left, round 3, 1 damage on the board.
Feeling good?
Feeling great.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
You know what? I had a hamburger from the concession stand,
Oh.
and
That could go either way, really.
it hit the spot.
Did it? Okay.
The spot was mediocrity.
Give it a couple hours, and
Yeah.
we'll see how you're feeling about that burger then.
You'll hear it live here on the PAX South 2015 Sentinel
no.
Tactics tournaments.
Busting out the
stream.
fart humor in round 3.
Oh, that's not what I meant.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry, everybody.
I meant that I would say how I was feeling.
Okay.
God.
Fair enough.
You 6?
Yes.
Okay.
Provides cover, much like the jungle. I think if they're adjacent, Paul, if they're adjacent on cover, it's just like full jungle, right? If they're adjacent on cover, they can still see it. They have line of sight. So it's just like the jungle.
So he would only have line of sight on me if he were to place it on the 3 in between us.
Yes.
All right.
It currently only has line of sight on me.
Yeah. You can move and change that, but yes.
All right, so as they read all of the flavor text on their cards.
Swiftbot,
Okay.
Championbot.
Swiftbot is gone, Championbot is out. Championbot is giving bonuses, 2 extra dice to attack to each of its allies within a certain radius 2, I believe. So, yes. And so, as a result, that will, if nothing else, let Beacon attack even more so. Hey, since Ambuscade's right there.
Championbot, 1, 2.
No.
Really? Get by the turret over there. It's down.
It's,
Are they taking turrets again?
Oh,
no, they're getting. It's gonna. They were moving Championbot into a place where it would get shot at by a turret. Championbot does not have any sort of attacks on its own,
You can go through me.
so I'm not sure where they're moving it or why. But
Can I move?
I'm
I can
sure
move through
their
Ambuscade, is
plans
that
will become
correct?
clear to us, given time.
I think I might just leave him there.
I think that they should just leave them there.
So a fine move to
Yeah.
not put it in the line of fire of a turret.
All right. Well, and more importantly, leave it there and use the rest of your actions to actually attack Ambuscade.
So I'll move him 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Going into a mountain.
Ambuscade.
Does he have mobility?
No.
But
Oh, right, because he's starting here.
before you can get there, you've got to go.
Yeah, no, you're right. I miscounted. So I think I'll do
1,
1, 2, 3.
You can go 1, 2, 3, 4 if you want to get there.
Considering his movement.
Where you're going. I was just clarifying.
All right. So he's there. He gets there. No problem. All right. So that's the first action. Second action, move Unity down to the.
Then I will take a dodge token,
No.
Oh boy.
and then I'm gonna
Playing it safe.
All right.
my personal move action.
Unity's moving.
1.
Oh, to run away. Okay. So Unity has run further away from the battle and dodged, and Championbot is hanging out on the side.
4.
Is Champion Bot buffing anybody at this point where he's on the board?
Move is 4, right?
Buffing Legacy.
That's good. What we got a buff.
All right, so Legacy will get to hit harder on his turn. But first, Ambuscade is going to do a thing. And that thing, it could be anything.
The world is your oyster, Ambuscade. Limitless possibilities.
He's gonna disappear. Yeah, he's gonna cloak out. He's cloaking out.
I don't have any strength. I can attack that square adjacent to it, right? So it should be. I'm going to aim, which gives me an attack plus 1.
All right, so Ambuscade has switched out for an explosive launcher. He's got a cloaking device out, so he will be disappearing at the end of this round.
But I should have line of sight to the next square.
You hit yourself if you're on attack?
No?
No, you don't.
You don't have line of sight to hit her.
I'm not. I'm attacking there.
Attacking that.
All right, so Ambuscade is firing his rocket launcher, his explosive launcher at his feet, knowing that it will hit
That radius
Unity or Beacon and Legacy, or at
Yeah,
least, you know,
it's an area attack.
How are you feeling about that move?
I think it's great.
Okay,
He's
good.
using
All
an
right.
explosive
It
launcher.
sounded a little kamikaze to me.
Yep, except that your own attacks can't hurt you.
Fabulous.
The
Ambuscade
range comes into play, but it will hit.
Is where knows the
Thinking
type.
outside the
do have
box.
3
He's
attacks
got
plus 1.
shielding
I
against
don't
his own
have them
bombs
here.
Beautiful.
because that's the way the game works.
Thank you.
You have a total of 3?
I have a total of 3, so I need.
Because he just got one, we still got it over here.
And I have aimed. I am going to aim against Beacon.
All right. So there's an aimed explosive launcher against Beacon. This is what the Eradicators needed
This
to
could
turn
turn the
around.
tides of the game.
Well, since the tides are barely lapping in one direction.
Yeah, I kind of.
All right, the 2 and the 4 are auto misses, so they go away. But Beacon gets a 5 and a 1. The 1 won't make range against Legacy, so Legacy just has 1-5. All on Beacon. They're trying to take down Beacon. So these 3 dice do not apply to Legacy. So Legacy has.
So 3 5s.
Legacy has 1-5. So that was Beacon's roll, or
1 goes 3.
Beacon's defense roll there. So Beacon blocks 2 of them, but it still takes 1 damage. So now they've
And then
tied it up,
5 is going to Legacy.
and Legacy has to roll
Just
against.
a 5, the 1 doesn't make range.
Oh no, I get 2 because I have defense -1.
Yep.
And Legacy blocks it. So currently the game is perfectly tied
Oh my gosh.
in that each team has only 1 point of damage on them,
I disappeared.
and then Ambuscade disappears off into the mists. So now, it is Legacy's turn. Legacy is getting a boost from Champion Bot, but Legacy's going to have to move to attack anybody. All of his opponents on their other side of the map. Legacy does currently have a movement of 6, so can move pretty far and pretty fast, and has mobility.
Might as well go for it.
I'm not going to swap out any cards.
So you could swap out, but oh, he's not
My
swapping
surge
out.
is going to hit, giving yes, it goes both me and Unity at +1.
Handing out
I'm
tokens.
then going to move 2 right here.
Is it a move or a sprint?
We'll call it a move. It
Move
doesn't-
with mobility. Okay. That's fine, I'm just curious.
And then
All right,
I'm
so
going to galvanize
All right, so
Beacon to give her 2
Legacy
attack
moved
plus.
to give some tokens to Beacon, and that's Legacy's turn. It's now Bunker's turn, and I think that both teams will be somewhat surprised to learn that they are currently at the 10-minute mark. That's 10 minutes. They have 10 minutes left to finish this game. Currently, they are perfectly tied. If the match ends exactly as the way it is now, it will go to a coin toss.
This is where you got to bust out those risky moves. You have to
Maybe
do
those
it.
risky moves should have been bust out 45 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Okay, not 45. That's before the match started. But 35 would do.
Your dodge goes away.
But now is the time, if there ever was one.
If there ever were one.
Got a
To
5.
use the proper subjunctive form.
Get me out of this punning grammatical. Oh, God.
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
We're here at PAX South 2015.
Smack talking each other. Friendship is magic.
Friendship is magic.
It is.
But it's not really very dangerous. And the Eradicators are really good at killing robots.
They're fantastic at it.
And robots don't give you any points when you kill them.
They don't.
So
I'd say keep it.
let's see what Bunker has to do.
No, but if you want to hold on. I got it. I don't. I think you can attack Legacy and Beacon. Don't pick that as
I know, that first roll was.
Move
There
5
was
along the
our
safe
last game,
path,
this dude like held out for 3 straight attacks. Like he was rolling all 6
and then you can do.
That's the best roll I've ever seen.
I am.
They're just eating up the time talking. Let's go,
Right.
let's go.
We tell them 10 minutes left, and they're like, oh, good.
Shoot,
Let
shoot,
us
shoot.
have a discussion.
What have you been reading lately? Any good
Oh,
books?
Just you know, some.
And I am going to
Just
take
a good
essays.
article in the New Yorker.
5 points.
Have you read Machiavelli's The Prince? He talks about being ruthless.
Life-changing, really.
That seemed like a terrible idea. I'll never be ruthless. I'm just going to be friends and hug my opponents.
And eradicate robots only.
Oh, yes. Screw those things. All right, Bunker, come on, get in there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, it's made it all the way to there. Bunker zoomed around the field with its giant. That's a great speed for Bunker. And from there.
Oh.
I mean, he
No,
can
don't
just
go
take
back
a
home.
different route.
Leave your home.
Right. Yes, we were worried he was going back.
Oh, God, Stoop Kid won't
And
leave
from
his stoop.
there, he can shoot a grenade and hit both Legacy and Beacon. Come on, come on.
This is gonna.
Come on,
This
come
is
on,
the
come on.
time.
Come on,
The
come on.
time is now.
I'm going to take.
Yeah? Gonna take a what?
Christopher and I are standing here, balled fists, our knuckles white, hoping that somebody will shoot somebody.
Where exactly are you doing it?
We're in Texas. Don't you people shoot guns here?
This is the place. This is the time.
Does Origin count range or just hex?
No.
Just hexes. Okay.
Just count your 4 hexes. 1, 2, 3. Actually, you only need 3 to get to be able to hit both Legacy. Yes.
How much time we
Yes,
got on the clock?
right there. Right there. With 8 minutes on the clock, you can do some damage to Legacy and Beacon and earn your titles, the Eradicators, parentheses, for robots, parentheses.
For this 4.
Ones and
Roll
twos
it.
are
Roll it.
All right, here we go. 1s and 2s, all 1s and 2s. Just the 4. Just the 4 gets through.
I'd use your
Even when they do make attacks this game. All right. Oh yeah, use all 3 of those. Which
going.
target
All
are
three
you
of them
going
against
to use?
All in. All in. Leave nothing home.
All against Beacon. Beacon's going to take some damage because Bunker says so. Let's roll lots of 3s and 4s.
So 3 5s?
3 5s coming at Beacon, 1 4 coming at Legacy. 3 hits. Beacon has taken 3 damage.
Yes. That felt good, you know?
Yeah.
Legacy. All right, Legacy, roll. Legacy's looking for the defense dice. They might be somewhere. And it blocked. Great. However, Beacon is down 4. Now, friendship is magic. It is your turn. It's Beacon's turn. Beacon, if you can knock someone out, you guys win the game like that. You have 6 minutes left in this match. You can do it. Someone believes in you.
Read really fast. Just throw them dice. Throw
Okay.
them right in the cup.
So because Beacon's right there, Bunker's right there, she can unload on Bunker. Ambuscade's hiding, so that's not going to help. If she moves, so if Beacon moved down to here, she'd be getting the +2 dice from the bot. So if Beacon were to move down
Just further through the jungle.
into the jungle,
I will not swap out any power.
okay,
My first action, I will move 2 here.
or that direction. Oh, she's going to do the Kriau attack. That's fine.
Okay.
Do you want to move here instead? 1,
It doesn't
2,
make
3,
it.
4, 5, 6.
Indoors range.
Ah, so
Need both regardless.
No, I thought it was within
so Bunker and the Wraith are in the line for this attack.
Oh no, I think it's a 6 cardinal hexes. I think it does it go forever?
Yeah.
With
Okay.
Krakow? Alright, you're
It
good
goes
there.
forever as long as
With
it's line of
Creek out,
sight.
I will do along that line of sight. So I roll 5 dice, but I also, with Brash, I have to use
All right.
Yow.
2 attack plus 1.
It's both in the name of the card and the onomatopoeia on the card.
7 dice.
Kriau.
Plus
Oh, I like that. That's like a
Thanks.
disco
Yeah.
Kriau.
Can I do that every time?
Yes, please.
Oh, I will.
Okay.
I'm in.
We're gonna get a soundboard eventually that will just record just some snippets of you making noises.
Kriau.
Oh, perfect. That was a good one.
Thanks.
Our sound engineers are nodding at me and saying that they got it.
Okay, and I need 1 more red dice, please. So these attack plus.
All right.
This one's against both of them.
So the attack, these are from attack plus 1.
The attack +1 tokens only hit 1 of the 2.
Oh yeah, cool. So those are against everyone, and these 2 are against one.
Against Bunker.
Okay, so but this is for Bunker. Bunker has an extra 2 coming out of the 4 is a miss, so it goes back.
Extra 2 against one.
All right, so Bunker rolls defense. Let's do this. Sure, Bunker's gonna defense +1. Let's make it happen. Snappy, snappy.
There we go. So that's everything against you.
All right, roll those dice. Here we go. Boom. Blocks the 2, blocks the 6, blocks 1 of the 1s.
What got through?
That,
What got
that
through?
4 doesn't get through, so that means so the 6 blocks a 6. 1 blocks a 1, Paul. All right, 5 can't be blocked by anything.
And then you get blocked. That makes block that here. And so the 2 5s get through.
All right, 2 damage to Bunker.
I agree. Do what you can. So yeah.
So close.
All
This
right.
game is so close.
All right.
Damage from Wraith. Should he roll in that one or in this one?
All right, so the
Roll that one over there.
so the Wraith is going to roll.
This extra 5 is not going against you. Because that was just against Bunker. So that's 2. Oh, the extra 2. My apologies.
One of ours is
All right, so
5 5 6.
1 1 5 5 6 going up against the Wraith. Let's see what she rolls. She rolls her defense +1, and we've got
2 4 6 1.
2 4 6 1. The 6 is hiding behind the overlay at the top.
6 blocks this.
So you got 2 4 6 1.
There it is.
So 2 damage to the Wraith.
Oh,
This
6.
means that we are no longer perfectly tied up. Friendship's Magic has put 1 extra point on the Eradicators.
That lapping tide
There
is
are
switched.
there are 3 minutes left in the match, which means it is now the Wraith's turn. The Wraith has to do some damage or they lose. the Wraith's turn is going to take about 3 minutes to just get based on what's been going on so far. And if it doesn't, it'll be Unity's turn, and that'll be clock. So if the Wraith can deal some damage fast, like get in there, get some damage. Unfortunately, her targets are all really far away.
Yeah.
Beacon is a good one. The Wraith could move up fairly close and raise. Actually, if she has her target computer, the Wraith should switch out her throwing knives for her stun. Well, we'll see what she does.
Out of the range.
Okay.
All up in there.
I'm gonna use targeting.
All right.
Stay away. Stay away right now, Jacob.
Here we go.
Targeting computer gaining 1 aim, and my reach is now +6. And I'll also be using.
Go.
So you've moved through an action. Your second action is what? Do a thing.
You can do it. Do a thing.
2 minutes.
Anything.
Oh, sorry.
So
Speed is the game to the
what
winner.
should I use? If I'm
throwing
using-
knives.
Okay, I'm gonna use throwing knives.
All right.
We
First, second
don't
action
have
is throwing
any
knives.
Right here.
What would you
I'm gonna
do
be
if
attacking
he
both
aimed at a
of them right
turret?
there with throwing
Would you scream?
Move those down.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably. So he's throwing knives. Is he using the aim on this one?
I
You
don't
know.
think he does. I don't think he
have
do.
line of sight?
I don't think he do. But
Do
it's
I-
fine.
Do I have
Yeah,
line of
it's
sight
just to
to
be.
no?
No.
Okay.
He's too good.
All right. So he's attacking
Just
Beacon
throw
with the
my
throwing
knife
knives.
set, just to
No, just it doesn't matter.
Sorry. Roll 3 dice.
So
Here we go.
3, and you're aiming
3. I'm gonna be aiming.
Aiming this one instead of aiming the Razor Ordnance. That's silly. And 5, 4, 1. All make range because of the 3 5s, right? So 3 5s coming in. So 2 damage gets through. Oh, on Beacon. That knocks out Beacon.
There we go.
There is 1 minute left in the match,
That's gotta be.
and it doesn't matter. There's not a, like,
No.
that's
It's physically impossible. It's breaking the laws of physics
Right.
to make a turn go for that fast.
Do you have any more actions to take it?
I'm gonna go ahead, and I think that's.
die.
It's looking like the game is going to the Eradicators.
And roll your dice.
And I got a 6.
They killed several robots. They killed Beacon.
all right. And that is going
Is it?
to be match.
That is
Okay,
the
and that
one.
is time. All right. So that Eradicators have won.
I'm sorry, guys.
Friendship was indeed tragic this day.
So yeah, the Eradicators, in fact, did manage to do some eradicating, not just of robots.
Yeah,
So that was amazing.
I'm proud of them
Yeah.
in my heart.
Friendship is Magic did they had like a starting strategy that I was really excited about.
Oh,
They
yeah,
sent
me too.
Unity sent bots all the way across the field, and then Beacon came out and shot some I-beams, but it felt like if they were just a bit more aggressive, I feel like I've been
Right.
saying this a bunch.
It's like they got spooked. They decided just hold back a little bit,
Yep.
and it did hurt them.
Yeah. Again, in this game, the vast majority of the combat happened in the last, like, 15 minutes. I think that they realized, oh, the time's running out.
Right.
Now we'll fight.
The clock lights a fire underneath them, and they
Which
get
is
going.
fair. The teams that did very well in the previous tournament learned very quickly. It's like, oh, well, if we just do all the fighting at the beginning of the match, then we
Right.
have time to like be strategic instead of just desperate.
Exactly.
So anyway, that was another match. Trin is betting that next match we see more aggression.
I'm hoping.
We're hoping.
I've got my fingers crossed.
That said, we do know that the next match will be interesting. It'll be exciting. It'll be teams that have thrice tasted blood.
We'll make more puns.
That is
We'll
true.
make more puns.
And we'll see you back here in 5-10 minutes. It'll be fast. Let's go.